A 529 plan is a program that's run either by a state or some sort of educational institution that allows you to put money away for a designated loved one in a tax-advantaged manner that lets you save in advance so that you can take money out later to help assist with their tuition. In the past, you couldn't spend money on a secondary or elementary school. Those were specifically excluded. Under the new Act now, you may. You can only spend up to $10,000 per year out of a 529, but you can pay now for things like private schools up to the $10,000 annual limit. Now, what has also been expanded on this is you now can pay as well as reasonable costs for housing and food programs that are on the campus or close to the campus. Now, reasonable hasn't been exactly determined yet, but most likely the cost of a dorm and a related food program is going to be the standard where the IRS will start to focus on what is reasonable and not excessive. We had confusion in the past if someone enrolled in an institution and then had to later actually quit before they finished their coursework because of illness or other reason. A lot of administrators of the various 529 plans didn't know what to do when the school gave a refund. If you get a refund back from your qualified institution, you have 60 days to deposit it back into the 529 plan, and it will be treated as a return of principal. Let's go over the rules for contributions. We now have a gift tax limit of $15,000 per person. So to put money into a 529, you have your annual gift tax limit. But under the 529 rules, you can fund 5 years forward. So I could actually put $75,000 into a 529 plan for a loved one all at once. And if I die, it will not be included in my estate as long as I live for 5 more years. Now, being married, my spouse and I could both put money in. Now, what's important to note is if you have a loved one who doesn't use all the money in a 529, you're allowed under the rules to move it. So I have 4 grandchildren. If I have one grandchild that's done with all their education, I may move the excess money tax-free into the other 3 grandchildren accounts. Any check that you write directly to the educational institution won't count against your annual $15,000 gift tax limit. So if your annual tuition is $30,000 and you're one single person and you want to help that loved one with their entire bill, as long as you write the check directly to the educational institution, you have not exceeded your annual gift tax limit for that loved one. Matter of fact, you haven't used up any of it yet, and you don't owe a gift tax return. So between the changes and improvements to the 529 plans under the Tax Reform Act and your ability to write checks directly to educational institutions, you can do significant things to help loved ones get through the college or other institution and training that they need for their future.